Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Tech Productions. Today I have Aaron with us. It's been a while since Aaron's actually been at the shop, so it's good to have him back as we explained earlier. But like always, there's buttons down below. Feel free to click them. But Aaron has brought his Gogeta deck with some unique spice. We're all familiar with Gogeta because of mainly Matt, but Aaron's took it in a little different direction. I like it. Aaron, take it away.
Yeah, man. So if you don't know what the leader does, on swing you can take a life to hand, and then you can look the top 7 for an extra card. And there's a pretty unique extra card that's for, and then he's a hybrid when he awakens. And then on the back side, he is a double strike inherently, which is awesome. And then he gets plus 5k when he swings. And then on both sides, they get you draw a card when you activate the Union ability. So he's really good. A couple of this just the random stuff first. So I run 2 Kaioken. The deck needs barrier removal, and then it also needs to be able to eliminate wide board states. And there's a lot of cards that do that. This card is just really good at it. So we run that at a 2 of. And then I run the Raditz super combo, just because it's draw 2 and it's cycle. It's really good. And then the actual Union part of the deck. So this is the 5-drop Gogeta. What he does is he's 3 red. You draw 2 cards, and then you pitch a Goku and a Vegeta BR. When he can't be KO'd, which is actually really huge, for charismatic villains or anything else that's going to get rid of him. You can kind of freely swing with him, not worrying that he's going to get removed. But when he comes in, you can put a marker on any Unison, and then he minus 15 to something when he comes in. So he's really good. Another Union target is the 4-drop from the expansion. So he is free Unison, and he draws a card. And so he's going to draw 2 because of the leader, and this guy draws 3. So, I mean, it's actually a lot of card draw. But the cool thing about him is that you can tap 3 red, and you can go into your deck and get an 8-drop Gogeta, and you can put it on top of him. And so if your normal win con doesn't pay off, this is just kind of an extra kind of go get it if you have to. And he's also a blocker, which is pretty good. And then the main reason why you play the deck is this guy right here. So he's amazing. He EX evolves for free. And then he's got double strike. He can't be KO'd. And then when he comes in, he puts 2 markers on a Unison, which is really important. And then but what makes him who he is his auto. So anytime he attacks or one of your opponent's cards attacks, you can choose a card and give it minus 20k, and then that skill negates for the turn, which is huge. Because it really lets you get rid of a lot of big things that you don't want to have to necessarily worry about the next turn. And he's just also a 35k double strike, which is just really good. And then something that the main reason why I wanted to play this deck is because of the card that evolves on top of him, which is the Fusion Onslaught. This is way back from a really old set, I think set 6 or something. He EX evolves, you have to discard 2 red cards to do it. He's got double strike, and then he cannot be KO'd. And then anytime he attacks an active mode battle card, he readies. And so he just it's impossible to not machine gun your entire opponent's board, which is really cool. But if they don't have any battle cards in play when you play him, that you actually crit 2 life from your opponent, which is really, really good. And you can only have 1 of him on board at a time. So, and then the last Gogeta is the one that you go get with the 4-drop. Like I said, it's kind of a win more thing. He's a dual attack triple striker for 35k. So kind of a last chance ditch effort if you have to go that route. But I run 1 just because it's cool if you can make it happen. So that is the Gogeta package, which is basically the whole deck. The secret rare that I run in this is the Kai, and this is different than the Broly. The Broly is really good, but the main reason why I run this is because you can tap 1, and then you can get rid of your opponent's entire board. And so it turns this on to be able to do the 2 damage. And it's just really good. It's a 40k beater. This card is insane. This whole deck is based around removing your opponent's board to kind of get them with this card, because people really don't expect it, honestly. So she's just really good. I really like having her in here. The Unison Package, I run 2 of the Gotenks. I've never played this card. It's just in here just in case I don't hit my main Unison. This card gets put in energy every single game. It's not bad. I mean, it's whenever you activate a Union skill, you draw a card. which is cool. Or you put a marker on him. Sorry. So it does play off of the rest of the deck, and then if you can get him to the -5, which is actually not hard because of all the extra markers you get from your Gogeta package, you can pressure with him pretty hard because you can activate the main and get double strike and dual attack. So he's not bad. He's just not Piccolo, and Piccolo is what we run. So this card is a lot better than I originally thought. I played against Baby in our first round, and shout out to Jimmy for being like, yo, this is what your card actually does. Every time they activate a counter, this just chooses a 15k and KOs it. It's absurd. His activate main is a +1 draw a card, which is really cool. And then the -2 is really cool because you can pick a card that's cost 3 or less, and you can basically use its power to board wipe your opponent, which again plays into the 8-drop Gogeta that we play. And then he gets Rejuvenate, which is really cool if you really need to do that. But if you board wipe, that's really all you're looking for. And then the target for that is this King Piccolo. This King Piccolo is really good. If you have a Unison that has 3 or more markers, which they will because of the Gogeta package adding markers, he gets +5k, he's free, and he gets +5k, and he's double strike, and they can't activate blocker, which is really nice. And then at the end of the turn, he goes away. So ideally, you'd want to do the -2 with this guy, board wipe them, and then potentially go into the 8-drop Gogeta if you can make that work. But just being able to pressure for 20k double strike for free is really, really good. The rest of the Unison package is pretty simple. We run 2 of the Yamcha. I had this at a 4 of at first, and then kind of learning how the timing works on it. It's not good at a 4 of because it only really affects the board in counter window 2. And so, with a rival or activate main skills, it's actually really good. But it clogs at 4. You don't need it. It is good because it's a target for this with the -2. And so if you really if you don't have the King Piccolo, you can use this to get rid of some weenies if you need to. And it's free, so it's not bad. It's just not a 4 of. And then the other part of the Unison package, people hate on this card. This card is insane. This is a free negate that gives -15 that ignores barrier. I don't understand. This card is bonkers, especially with the 8-drop Gogeta, picking something and giving it -20. With the Goku, the Kaioken Goku doing -20 to the board. I mean, there's just so much removal. This card is insane.
You've been gone for a while, but I absolutely love that card because I'm a prison player.
Yeah, for prison, oh my gosh, yeah, it's so good. It's so good. So the other cool thing about Wolffang is that it is a target for the leader's ability too. And so I have a lot of cards in here that will go on the front side when the leader swings when you go to pick up a 1-drop. 3 more of those is Violent Rays. This card is really good. Like Bancroft said, I've been gone for a while. This card is insane. So it basically just turns off the turn if your opponent goes big. And all you have to do is discard a card and they can't attack. It's really strong. Then the main target for that leader ability, though, is Birth of a Super Warrior. It's just cost 1 to go get your fusion pieces. It's really good. So the fusion pieces for that are pretty boring, but it's 2 skillless Gokus and 2 skillless Vegetas. Pretty basic. I mean, I run 3 copies of this to try to go get these 2. I really only ever have to activate Union twice. If I have to do it more than that, then the game has gotten out of hand and I have probably lost. A few more of the Union package is I run the Godly Aura package, which is the promos from this set. I don't currently own a 3rd one, so I use this Goku. But yeah, they're really good. So one of the things that people can sort of do against this is they can keep you from awakening kind of on their terms. And so this, when he's used in a Union, you can pick up a life, which is pretty good. The one you want to see, though, is this Godly Aura. So when he's used in a Union, you can look at the top 7 and you can pick up a Gogeta and you can put it into your hand. And so, which is really key because the 8-drop needs you to drop 2 cards. So if you have to discard 2 cards from your hand to Union, if you can find a Gogeta to discard for the 8-drop, then it helps you not be so low in hand. So that's my take on it. It worked out pretty well today. I was able to go 2-1, and I lost a really close game at the end, but it was fun. So that's my take.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Aaron. Like always, there's stuff on the screen right now. You should click it. Cool. Thanks. Oh, well, hang on. Wait. Like always, fluff out. Oh, read your cards, know your place, fluff out.